The weather forecasts and climate predictions we rely on every day begin with a small observation device floating on the ocean surface, the drifting buoy. Drifting buoys move with ocean currents and wind, collecting various marine data such as sea surface temperature and atmospheric pressure. This information is transmitted via satellite and used for weather forecasting and climate change analysis. However, what happens after their mission is completed is often overlooked. Recovering a drifting buoy requires research vessels, specialized personnel, and significant financial resources. As a result, nearly 90% of drifting buoys are never recovered and remain in the ocean. After deployment, conventional drifting buoys eventually lose functionality when their batteries are depleted. They are then abandoned at sea or sink to the ocean floor. Over time, unrecovered buoys generate microplastics and may release harmful substances from their internal electronic components. Devices designed to study climate change can ultimately become another source of marine pollution. We approach this issue from a different perspective. What if a buoy that cannot be recovered could take on a new role for the ocean? It could provide shelter for juvenile fish, absorb carbon through the growth of seaweed, and eventually biodegrade completely in nature. The decomposed material could even serve as a source of energy for marine organisms, contributing to the natural ecosystem cycle. Based on these principles of sustainability, we developed a new drifting buoy, OBIT. After completing its mission, OBIT transforms into an artificial reef and ultimately biodegrades, becoming part of the ocean's natural cycle. Today, drifting buoys are deployed throughout oceans around the world. However, Korea accounts for only about 1% of the global drifting buoy network. To achieve truly sustainable ocean observation, solutions must be designed with the entire global ocean in mind. OBIT features artificial reef modules tailored to the environmental characteristics of different ocean regions. For the Pacific Ocean, a porous structure was designed to withstand strong currents and wave energy. For the Atlantic Ocean, a streamlined structure was developed to adapt to powerful circulation patterns and high salinity. For the Indian Ocean, an open structure accommodates larger juvenile fish and rapid temperature fluctuations. For polar regions, a surface-expanded wall structure was designed to encourage the settlement of shellfish and microorganisms. Like conventional buoys, OBIT is deployed into the ocean. It drifts with the currents while continuously collecting marine environmental data. OBIT is powered by a system consisting of 95% seawater battery and 5% reserve capsule battery. By adding a 5% reserve capsule battery, the success rate of final data transmission can be increased. When the main battery reaches 15% capacity, the system begins preparing for mission termination. At 5% capacity, the reserve capsule battery activates and transmits the final data and location information. Once all energy is exhausted, OBIT loses buoyancy and begins its descent toward the ocean floor. Upon reaching the seabed, OBIT becomes an artificial reef. It provides shelter for juvenile fish and supports the settlement of seaweed and various marine organisms. As the seaweed grows, it absorbs carbon and contributes to the development of a healthy marine ecosystem. The final stage begins. After fulfilling its role, the material gradually biodegrades and returns to the ocean's natural cycle. From observation back to nature, OBIT proposes a new cycle for sustainable ocean observation.